New Springdale 235 rear bath here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, 6,080 pounds. And as Uncle Bob Seger might say, it is like a rock. There are a ton of easily missed things that go into the quality and structure of this. A lot more than you usually find in this class, actually. This is a very detail-oriented product, but a lot of it's very understated. It's not really in your face. It's easy to miss. So I'm going to try to point those little hidden details out, those little secret nuggets as we go, so you can kind of get the full scoop on this thing, because I think that this is a vastly underappreciated trailer. And if at any point you like what you see, all I ask is the opportunity to earn your business here at my family's dealership. I'm the owner's son. Dad runs the place. Brother's our service director. I mean, we are a family run and operated outfit. Every day in the office, our family's here taking care of yours. And if at any point you're kind of curious about things like price tag, tank capacities, links, and all that good stuff, I leave, especially you folks on YouTube, I leave you a link down here in the video description. Check for price and availability. One click away from answering some important questions. So let's get started here. The front of the trailer, it starts right at the front. There's good things to find in every area of this. You look at it and say, it's just like every other aluminum skin trailer on the market. Not really. I used to think that, and then I really started looking at it, and I realized, oh my gosh, they do a lot of things here that I was missing. Starts right up front here. You're going to see this pattern kind of repeated in a few different areas, but they use an almost double thickness aluminum on the front nose. That's not a fiberglass sweep, it's aluminum. Painted aluminum skins have a massively impressive service record. They're as close to foolproof as anything can get in this business, which is a business in which you have a rolling earthquake with hurricane force winds going down the road behind you. That's literal, by the way, rolling earthquake, hurricane force winds. You know, they've done everything they possibly can to keep this trailer held together, solid, reliable. Springdale is one of Keystone's original brands. It's also their very most popular. People don't think about that. Everyone, you hear Keystone, you're like, ooh, the Cougars, the Montanas, the luxury fifth wheel stuff. This guy sells more than the two of those combined. If that, either that or it's close. You can take the two things you probably know from Keystone, add them together, and they barely, if even, equal the sales record of the Springdale. This is the unsung hero. This is that infantry soldier in the trenches kind of level product. Power awning with LED lights, and it's an easy tilt awning. That's a nice thing. You can just pull on the awning arm with 2 fingers. It will pitch down. What's really cool is if you leave that awning arm on an angle and you roll the awning up, it'll straighten and flatten itself back out. Then the next time you roll it out, it'll be flat. You can angle it again, roll it back up, and repeat as many times as you need. It does not hurt it. Nicer power tongue jack. Use a better grade tongue jack on here. Now, just like they use the aluminum nose front on here, they use a thicker aluminum skin in critical places on the RV. These dark skin bands down here, those are a 0.03 thickness versus normal 0.04, so it's 20% thicker basically. Now you see up top here how they also have these really thin aluminum bands as opposed to these really thick ones. They drop down to a 1/3 height size, and they use 2 of them to help fight heat, expansion, and contraction, because unlike your house, an RV does not remain climate controlled all day, every day. So the weather, the sun especially, is your #1 enemy. Anything they can do to counteract the effects of old Mr. Sunshine is a good deal. Same reason they use the darker panels down here, to help fight that expansion and contraction. But why? Why does it matter? Because this is where the wall meets the floor. That's where the wall meets the roof. These are critical seams. If there's a seam failure there, you got a massive problem, because water can start wicking its way all over the place. So they actively fight and prevent that right there. They have double, well, I don't know, it depends on how many you want to count, but on the sides they have a double wipe seal, and I can't even get my fingers in it because they did a good job with the slide runners and things. But inside of that, they also have an aluminum channel, like a gutter, that runs water away from the slide. So if water, let's say it's raining and you're running the slide in, well, you're going to be pushing water toward the trailer. Well, this has 2 ways to wipe the water off the slide, and anything else that's left is going to hit an aluminum runner and wash the water down. You see, they also have a wipe seal for the bottom of the slide out. It's not doing anything right now, but in transit, it's everything, because it helps seal that slide from road spray off the tires. They even use a different screw trim on the bottom of their slide outs. There's actually a little groove here. And this is not just a Springdale thing, it's a Keystone thing. They're actually a very quality oriented brand, more so than I ever gave them credit for in the past. I'll admit, I've done a complete 180 on that. But water will run down that wall, and then it hits that little lip. and it hits an inversion. Water can't climb up without assistance. It's real hard for water to do, obviously. So it'll bead up and it'll drip off, and that water won't go into your slide out subflooring. Smarter. It's just smarter stuff. Now, this is a little wacky, but at the time of this filming, so keep this in mind, they are including rear bumper grill brackets because they recently added a RVQ plumbing outlet to the rear bumper. However, they're not including a grill with that from the factory level. I don't think they realized they were the only ones doing it this way. They just didn't know. But so keep in mind, you're going to look at this model and say, ooh, an outside kitchen and a grill. Understand. Remember, I'm going out of my way to give you good information. I'm not blowing smoke at you and trying to use magician mirrors over here. So you've got a perfect place to put a grill. Grill doesn't come on this camper from the factory level. That's going to either be an extra option to add to this trailer or an aftermarket purchase. We have a whole shop to do that stuff. We only do everything here. We do hitches, pieces, parts, financing, trades, accessories, and RV delivery and everything in between. We don't accept kids on trade or Doberman. You know what, actually, we might be more inclined to take a Doberman on trade than a kid. Dobermans tend to listen better. But anyway. Other handy little features. We've got an outside utility shower here to hose the kids off, black tank utility flush. Not uncommon features nowadays, so I'm not going to bang on that a lot. They have drastically changed up their outside kitchen. They're now calling it the outside entertainment. They've changed the nomenclature because they're including a second TV with this. And you can see that the TV can actually swing out just like the TV inside. What's cool is out here, there's actually a nice little hidden storage pocket back there because there is no such thing as too much storage. Extra utility drawer outside, always a welcome thing. Dad's medicine cabinet where we can keep the barley pops and bottles of water. And handy little utility table here. There's, again, no such thing as too much counters, too much storage. This little twisty hose here, that's actually an interesting little thing. It's sort of like a second outside shower. It just connects over here, and it has a residential screw-on outlet on the back, on the end of it. So if you want to take like a garden hose sprayer handle, you can hook that right up here. It fits any residential size garden accessory, whatever you want to call it, garden hose hookup thing. You know what I mean. I can't even think of it. Why am I still talking about this? I mentioned the power awning. Remember, that does have that easy tilt, which is nice. And again, detail-oriented, quality-focused stuff. They surface mount, not flush mount, their speakers. That means that they only have to have a tiny hole to run the wiring through the wall. They don't have to have a 4-inch hole in your wall, which is now a thermal loss point, a huge leak possible point, all kinds of stuff. This is just smaller, managed better. In this class, not everything has tinted windows. That's not standard. That's maybe 50-50. The non-tinted windows will make the RV look brighter, but tinted windows give you more privacy and they keep the RV cooler because they block out more of the sun. Aluminum entry steps, not common in a traditionally built RV, constructed RV, meaning wood frame, aluminum skin. Usually you get the painted steel steps, and there's nothing wrong with that, but these are lighter, they're brighter at night. Less susceptible to corrosion. They're also a little more stable. The ridged aluminum setup on, and your feet don't slip on them. There's like 5 different benefits I can think of to these things that you don't normally get in this class. There's nothing wrong with normal painted steel steps you see on everything else, but I mean, this is a high-dollar luxury toy hauler travel trailer right here, and this has superior steps on it. They've spent important money where it belongs. You're going to step on that, promise you, every single day you go camping, so they upgraded it. That's what I like about this. Oh, another thing. We've also, I mean, you know, power awning, power tongue jack, power stabilizers even. All that stuff is standard. Every day of the week on a Springdale. You're not paying extra upgrade money for that. It is standard so that you improve quality and reliability through repetition. Also, you control the cost because they don't have to order 2 parts from 2 brands now, 2 manufacturers. They can just order one, get a better bulk buy discount. So they're actually getting these power jacks for less. Wider front pass-through storage is something else I want to talk about. Big wide 30-inch entry door, so it's just easy in, easy out with your cargo. It's just simpler and easier to manage. Walking inside here, we got a friction hinge door, so the door can catch itself on a windy, gusty day, and you certainly get a lot of those when you go camping. The interior decor of the one that we have in stock could be, might be, I sound like Harry Carey. It might be, it could be, It is! You know, it could be different from what we have in stock here. This is called Kona, which is their name for the brown this year because, you know, there's so many names that you can come up with for brown. By the way, Kona means lady, so treat her right. Treat your Springdale right. You'll notice this is something other brands have actually caught on to. Keystone's been doing this for years. Even in this class, they have what's called the Do More Dinette. They're free-floating dining table. You fold it down in transit so it doesn't bounce around everywhere, but it makes it easier to get in and out of this dinette. Plus, you see easy access storage to everything below the dinette. This is a full depth slide. It is a true deep slide, so you get more of that living space. And I mean, perfect couples camper. You know, you could spend some time in here on a rainy day. You could sit down here and play cards with friends. The TV can swing right over so it can face you while you're sitting there. This floor plan does a lot of good things, and at 6,080 pounds, you're talking seriously easily half-ton towable. Here's an exclusive feature. Springdale's the only conventionally constructed travel trailer with the arched barreled ceiling. That gives it just shy of a 7-foot clearance at the apex here. And it really opens this thing up and makes it breathe. Little 23-foot trailer, and we're still getting central AC. That's nice. We've also got all LED lights. Now, centrally located right here, this is either a pantry, a linen cabinet, whatever you need it. It's near the bathroom, near the kitchen. It can be a combination of all sorts of different things. Here's something else you can't see in a Springdale, is that there's actually little Teflon glides inside of this. Like, this is the door frame, this is the insert. Between the two where they meet, there's little Teflon glides, so that this door panel can actually move and wiggle a little bit. It helps in road transit, but again, heat expansion and contraction. This big piece of wood is going to want to expand more than this piece of wood, which if this expands, you could split your cabinetry where this piece and this piece meet. Now, it's just far less inclined to do that because the wood can all give and wiggle a little bit. With the Adventure Package upgrade we have applied to the Springdale, you get a larger 7 cubic foot refrigerator freezer. And it has these little arthritis-friendly door handles. Just one push or pull, boop. Now, someone asked me, like, I don't know, that looks kind of flimsy. It's literally purpose-built that way because people don't grab the door and carefully pull straight out, do we? No, we're in a hurry. We need to grab something. We want to go back outside where it's fun, so we slap our hand sideways and yank on that thing. It's supposed to wiggle a little bit. It's built with that in mind. I like the double outlets, one on each side of the kitchen window here. That's a big breeze window. Those Teflon glides are going to be found everywhere that you see cabinet doors, by the way. You know, nice drawer space here. You don't need a lot of drawer space in a small camper. You need enough for some forks, spoons, and knives, and we got that. Place for a wastebasket, and they did not waste an ounce of this Peninsula countertop. They've got a double-sized drawer there, and I don't know, you could put pots and pans or a second wastebasket or whatever you wanted over there. Moving on. Oh, you know, let's talk flooring. This RV has a seamless one-piece floor. This has a Montana luxury fifth-wheel floor. It's a material called Dynaspan, 5/8 inches thick, completely seamless, 50% stronger than plywood across a span. It's not light, it's very heavy, but it's awesome. Here's another structure thing. They fully frame in all of their doors. Springdale interior walls, really Keystone interior walls, are all 3 inches thick, and they're fully framed. You can see this does not buckle. You can't punch the wall, the doorway of every travel trailer in the market, especially at this class and price point. You'll punch your hand right through that wall board. And where it's nice is this door is never out of square. It holds its shape. It doesn't have that problem. It doesn't wiggle. Rear bathrooms give you so much space back here. You've got like a fifth wheel shower type height, very tall guy friendly because of that arch and the skylight. There's lots of headroom. And they still have a nice power fan up here and a window for extra light. You got all sorts of light coming in here. Lots of leg room, so when you get out of the shower, you can actually get dressed. And they did not waste an ounce of anything. You can see open exposed plumbing here, but you can still store some stuff there. They didn't panel it off artificially and make you lose storage. If you don't want to use it because you're afraid something will shift and break your plumbing, then don't use it, but they give you that option. Now, outside not kitchen anymore, outside entertainment is down here, which means we just have nothing to do but lots and lots and lots and lots of storage up in this area right here. I do like how they accent color that rear wall as well. It just helps darken it up a little bit. Spinning us around, just kind of noticed again that stainless appliance bundle standing right here. It obviously jumps right out at you. I mentioned the easy storage below the dinette drawers. I mentioned the TV that spins out. I'm kind of just making mental notes here as I go, pardon me. AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth player. That's pretty common nowadays, but not 100%. I'll still give that a quick mention. I do like this entry little shoe garage right here and coat hanging rack. It gives you a place to have a jacket easily accessible. It keeps the shoes out of the way of the entry door. And we do have sliding pocket privacy door here for the master bedroom. You know, pretty traditional front bedroom in a little camper. I don't know what more you need out of it. It gets the job done. Good side stands. I like how the power outlets on your side stands are right up against the headboard. Very, very, very handy for you folks with CPAP needs. Keystone's done this for years. It's just something that they've always done. Is a little laundry hamper over here, a little laundry chute. You can leave a basket down there and toss your dirty clothes in. It's actually kind of a hiccup when you go camping. It's where do I put my stuff from yesterday? And if you want to throw a flat screen on the wall, there you have it. That's the place to do it. Here's one more structure thing I forgot to talk about. Hurricane banding. Where you have high stress points, such as the floor meets the walls or anything like that that can twist and wiggle a lot, they use hurricane banding, these big aluminum strips that they add on top of everything, just as like an extra layer of keeping everything held together over time, so that if this structure twists and wiggles, pardon me, not if, when it does, because it does when you go down the road. This thing has to. These things can't be built rigid like a house. They would just shatter. Stuff would break. They have to give and wiggle so they can come back. That helps make it come back at the proper position. That's a nice thing. All kinds of little nice things go in this. There's a lot of little quality structure points I like about these. And the proof is in the pudding. I can talk about what they've done, but it's not the playbook, it's the execution. And the fact is, in this class, in the conventionally constructed trailer class, wood frame, aluminum skin, this has been our best trailer with the best service record for like the past 3 or 4 years. We just don't have Springdale problems. I like that. Someone said, well, you know, you said that about a couple of your brands recently. Well, that's because we've kind of done some sharpshooting with brands. There are 3 or 4 brands we no longer do business with because their quality wasn't up to snuff. And don't get me wrong, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Let's be real about that. But there are the people and the brands and the things that get it done correctly more often than not. And this is certainly one of those. So if you're looking for something that's simple, reliable, going to take care of you for some nice, fun, casual weekend camping, congratulations, your search is over. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.